showed you earlier a bee with really shriveled and underdeveloped wings. I just saw another one, but I've lost it. Oh, there he is. Let's see. Can you see that? So that's a sign of disease, certainly. Just like the way that the larvae look in the frames. And of course my bee Bible is in Tennessee, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. So I'm gonna need y'all's help. If you can identify the disease and what you do about it, whether you destroy the hive or not, let me know, because I don't want to infect anyone else's bee yard. The thing is, this hive overall is fairly healthy and right size. There's a ton of pollen in this hive right now. One thing I did notice though is that the feeder I put in the top did get mold in it where my other one didn't, which is interesting. But I don't know if that's related at all. Again, overall, it's a very healthy hive. It's got tons of bees. I've got a deep and a medium. Most of the brood is in the medium on top, actually. They moved out of the bottom, so the bottom is fairly light. If I really wanted to, I could probably try to squish them all in the top medium, but that seems like not the right idea. This is the hive that I found the queen in last time. And unfortunately, I haven't found her yet. She is extremely elusive. I have found her twice in 2 years. But she is an excellent queen overall. She lays like crazy. And I think I'm going to put this one back together and get this one posted to see what you think. This is the top medium. This is where most of the brood is right now, and actually most of the honey and whatnot as well. So I'm pretty much seeing almost all worker bees, a couple drones. No, I'm seeing mostly worker bees in here right now. I don't see any drone brood at all when I inspected. So, pretty typical for when it's 100 degrees out. Very relaxed. So, I just need to get it back together, and if we're lucky, the queen is well, I'm sure she's hiding out somewhere. We won't see her, because that's her normal MO. Oh, this is delightful. I've got a scorpion and bees in my top feeder. Not what I expected. Okay, so this is the hive I have with a younger queen. split with her earlier this year, and I haven't got very far, but both sides of this frame have brood. Let's see how many frames are like this. And it's a little concerning, as it looks like whatever disease I had in the other hive might be starting to spread to this one. I don't see any bees with withered wings, but I do see a couple of larvae that are not covered when I would expect them to be, and I don't know why that is, if I just don't know enough yet. And you know, this is something that happens in it's super freaking hot or not. I mean, it's so borderline. I think I might also just be looking for problems at this point. So it's hard to tell whether they're actually there or it's just in my head. By the way, this queen, if you see her, she is almost all black. So unlike my other hive, this one has drone brood in it. You can see how there's those cells that are like sticking up a little bit, which is interesting because this is a shit time of year to try to do any kind of mating or splits, whatever. So that is an interesting choice, and unfortunately I'm about to be out of town for 3 weeks, so I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on this. You also see a bunch of really healthy looking, wonderful white larvae in there, in between those bees. It's shiny, it's healthy, that's what it's supposed to look like. So that gives you a good contrast with the other hive we were looking at, if I got good footage of it, not exactly sure. So let's turn this over, see what's on the other side. Actually, I haven't looked yet. Okay, so on the other side we have brood and larvae with honey in it and some pollen. So that yellow stuff is pollen. And these patterns, these laying patterns are very weird, but I guess that's kind of, I'm not going to treat that as a crisis because, of course, the weather here has been absolutely mind-blowingly hot for a long time. It's we have had days under 100, which has been refreshing. And, now 90 feels nice and cool. So let's see what else we can find. Yeah, this lady is laying a lot. And here, let's see if I can find out there. That's what I'm worried about. So I've got 2 hives that have the same kind of problem. This one is not nearly so bad as the others, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about it, and unfortunately that might mean that I have to destroy both hives and start over. But I will solicit your help, solicit the ag branch's help, and figure out what to do, because I'm not sure burning is the right thing to do in Texas right now, just in general. But I mean, it's the only way they recommend to dispose of hives. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask some questions and see what they say. What are you doing? You're a different color. That's interesting. Video before we lose her. Where is she? Oh, there she is. She looks like a great big maggot. found the queen. Hopefully this is clear enough for you to find her too. And I don't know where she crawled off to. I only have one hand free. Turns out she looks like a great big maggot. She's not black. Which is interesting. So the only problem with using deeps, man, this hive is healthy, other than, you know, the disease. There's lots of bees. The only problem with using deeps is they're heavy. And my back is starting to hurt, so I'm going to go ahead and put this sucker back together so I can go to the gym and train to pick up heavier hives and go from there. Yeah, beehives have a certain smell. It's kind of like, I don't know, kind of sweet. Not as strong right now as it is when it's super hot out, so that's probably a good thing. It's not spontaneously melting. So let's put this sucker back together and hope that the footage of the queen came out well so you can actually see her. That would be pretty darn cool. And get this off to someone who can tell me what to do.